Okay.
Go ahead.
Just going off of stillness, there's this passage in the Bible that I don't know, it kind of resonated with me this past week. It's be still and know.
His mic is not working. So jack up his also, yeah, jack up his. Essaye, tu verras bien. Remets le mien à sa place. Non, c'était le mien que tu as bougé, là, je crois. Remets-le au même endroit et augmente le sien un peu. Ouais, c'est mieux là, non? Try to speak.
Hello? Good?
Not too much, no?
Too
Yeah,
much?
speak. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Good? Right. But you heard what I said, though, right? With the passage, yeah. Be still and know that I am God. Psalms, I think. I don't know. What I was really focusing on was kind of be still and know. But I don't know. I feel like it can be unpacked a million different ways, and I'm pretty sure that I was unpacking it wrong.
Yeah, it should be read the other way.
Yeah.
That which comes first is know that I am. And it is not know that I am, really. But it is know this I am, or that I am. Are you getting the difference? So, know this I amness, know this beingness. And as a result, you'll be still. Know this I amness. And as a result, you will be still. You see? The Pope has it wrong.
Maybe it was lost in translation.
He's too busy doing politics.
All right.
Yeah, you see, Jesus has said, I am is the path, I am is the truth, I am is the love. He didn't say, I, Jesus, am the path. He was not such an egomaniac. You see what I mean? He was not a teacher. He says, this I amness that you are, that I am, that we all are, this consciousness is the path, is the truth, is the love. And then, know this consciousness, and then you'll be still. Know this I am for what it is.
Okay. Yeah, because all week I'm just like, all right, if I just sit still long enough, then God will come and.
Hi, Francis. I would like to talk about that we are not separated.
Speak closer to your mic. Listen to and less sound on mine. Again, it has been displaced. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's better. And give her a little more. Pound.
Yes. Is it good?
Okay.
Yeah. So I would like to talk about the fact that we are not separated. I am looking. I don't know how to do it. It's just that it often crosses my mind. So I look around me, I said, I am this person. You know, if there is someone in front of me. Yeah. So I said, I am her, I am him. But
No, you cannot say that if you don't.
I cannot say that because
If you don't understand what it means.
Yeah, because I feel some. I don't want to be the other person.
I don't want to be this jerk.
Yes, there is some judgment, and then it just does not work.
It's because you believe to be this body, then you say, okay, that one is that. Tu l'as changé encore? Non? Déjà trop là. Oh là là. Encore. Moins. Voilà. Même là, je ne sais pas ce qui se passe. C'est bizarre, c'est ce truc-là qui est trop près. Ouais, c'était réglé ce matin, mais ça a été changé quand Laura a fait son truc. Je sais pas. Ouais. Bon. Oui. Il ne s'agit pas de dire je suis ce corps qui est en face de moi. Ah, I'm sorry. It's not about saying I am this body which is in front of me. I'm not that body. I am not this body either. But if you believe to be this body, then you say I'm not that body, and that makes sense. This body is not that body. They are two different bodies. So if you say I am this body, you cannot say I am that body. It doesn't make sense. But if you say I am this consciousness here, then it is possible to be also the same consciousness over there. So that's what it means. It's like you speak to the same consciousness,
Yeah.
not to the same body. So the bodies are different.
Yes.
The minds are different too. But that which perceives, has no shape. So something which has no shape, how do you know it is separate? If it has no borders, no shape, no contour. It's only because you believe that consciousness has a border that you can say my consciousness and that consciousness are not the same. But if you look for the border of your own consciousness, you find none.
Yeah, I agree with that. But it stops here in my. I mean, I would like to experience that I am as consciousness everywhere. But it seems that, you know.
But we are experiencing consciousness at all times. You want something that you already have and that you already are. What you have is a wrong interpretation about it. That's a problem. It's only a misinterpretation that we stick to because we have inherited it. That's all. You have the correct experience, but the wrong interpretation. Everybody has the correct experience.
You mean right now everybody knows that
everybody,
consciousness is here, consciousness is here, consciousness is there, consciousness is here.
Everybody has the same experience of consciousness. The problem is the interpretation they give of that experience. That's simple. But and you'll see that when you talk with people, it's obvious that the interpretation they give of the experience of consciousness is something which is here, in the box here.
Yes.
Even the smartest people in the world, they think that consciousness is in the box here. But they have no evidence for that.
I know I am consciousness. But I don't know his or yours.
But who do you call he?
Well, everything, everyone.
No. You take it for granted. What is it that you call I first?
I is consciousness.
Okay. So what is it that you call him?
But I
No.
I am
Answer my question first.
I want to see.
What is...
Well, it's consciousness also.
All right. So,
But that is
how do you know, in this case, that there are two different consciousnesses?
why is not so evident?
Don't go on a tangent.
Oh, but
You're just obfuscating. It's like you're caught with the hand in the cookie jar, and then you pretend the hand was not there. Or you say, it's not my hand. It's not my hand.
okay, I like to say that to me it's not evident
What?
that everything is consciousness. I still feel some. Oh gosh, yes.
But let's not even say that everything is consciousness. Let's say first, I am consciousness. Is that evident
Yes,
to you?
That's clear.
Okay. And then the second thing, I don't see any borders
Right.
of consciousness. Consciousness being defined as the reality that perceives, not as anything perceived.
Right.
Only something which is perceived as an object can have a border, right? Like a computer
Yes.
or a thought begins at that moment, ends at that moment. So these are borders also, somehow, limits. But that in which everything appears, you cannot experience limits of that, borders.
Yeah, no. There is no borders.
Okay, so then, at least, then that leaves open the possibility that the consciousness in him and the consciousness in you are the same, since you don't see borders of yours. If you don't see, if your backyard has no borders, it makes it possible for your backyard and the backyard of your neighbor to be the same.
That's right.
Right?
I guess some might go through my mind because I understand, but I don't live it. It's not
Wait. Now that's a different issue.
Oh, okay.
all you need to know is to be open to this possibility.
Right.
In other words, to question your old habits of thought according to which consciousness is limited by the body or something like that. According to which your consciousness and his consciousness are two different realities. Just to question it. So that's the first step. And the second step is to live your life as an experiment according to this new perspective. And every time you will live your life, make a decision, change a thought, change a way of perceiving, to make it consistent with this new possibility, there will be a response.
Okay.
And that's how you will know that you live it. Because we are all living it already. The only difference is that whether we are living it knowingly or not. And what does it mean to live it knowingly? It means to be happy as you live it. That's all. So,
for some reason, it seems happiness. I think I'm a pretty happy body, whatever you call it. I think I'm pretty happy, but I don't see the connection with the non-separation. I know I need to do what you just said, but because you just said just to be happy, then you're happy. But it seems to me I need to do something more than being happy.
that's a problem. Then you have to go to the Pope and ask him what you have to do, to do something more than to be happy. Then it means that you are not going to be happy, right? When you are happy, you don't feel like I want to do something more.
That's true. Yeah.
So if you want to do something more, it's because you feel that if I were doing something more, I would be happy.
I don't know, maybe I'm not 100% happy. I don't know. I know happiness does not have a scale. I understand that. And yet, if I am happy, I still feel separated. That does not make sense according to what I understand.
Well,
but I understand what you said. I should live my life according to the understanding that consciousness is
not as a discipline, but as an investigation, as an experiment to see what happens if I live my life from this new vantage point. Because you were telling me, I don't know whether consciousness is universal or not. I don't know.
Yes.
And the way to know is to live your life as if consciousness were universal and see what kind of response you get from the universe as you live your life like that. Because it's a different way of living your life.
Yes. Yeah.
And in this way, you will accumulate incrementally a preponderance of evidence in favor of the universal consciousness hypothesis. But with the mind, you'll never be 100% certain. No mind can be, it doesn't matter, because what is important is that by conducting these experiments, every time what we get as a feedback is happiness. So we get more and more used to conducting this experiment, and at some point our life becomes a constant experiment in happiness. You see what I mean? So then who cares about the mind knowing that or not knowing that consciousness is impersonal? Doesn't matter. If you're happy, you don't even want to know. You're too busy being happy. At some point, in other words, when you're happy, at some point, you don't want to think about non-duality, Advaita, consciousness, all of that stuff. You know, you're just doing your whatever you want to do at that moment. The moment is too precious to waste it into doing some philosophy. In India, they say the discrimination tools that you get here, this type of thought, higher reasoning, is like the stick you use to make the fire burn. But once the fire has almost consumed everything, you just throw the stick in the fire and it burns with the rest of the wood. In other words, you have no use for the stick when you're happy. When the burning of ignorance has disappeared, you don't need the stick any longer.
Yes. Okay, I think I get it. Thank you.
We don't even think of consciousness. It's so direct, you know. The peace is there. It's you. You don't need to think peace or think consciousness or think all of that stuff.
Yeah, if I am at peace, and I am, you know, then I said, oh, I was at peace, but it's as if I don't notice when I am at peace that I am at peace.
But it doesn't matter if you're at peace. Peace notices itself. That's the best way to the best way to be happy is not well. You know, they say in France, true elegance is elegance that don't get noticed, and true happiness is happiness that we don't notice.
Okay. Thank you.